go-to drink at a bar used to be beer. She used to like a lot of, we'll come back. It used to be beer, and now if I'm going to a bar and it's just us two, she'll probably order a signature cocktail off the menu. But if it's us two are meeting out with people, I'll get her a White Claw that is not watermelon. So we watch a lot of things together, but probably any of those housewives shows, any of those reality shows are kind of her guilty pleasure. We do like watching reality, not to that extent, but yeah, I would say those housewives of...
Can you know which city would be her most favorite? If you had to take a stab in the dark.
Miami, maybe? Is that one? Salt Lake City? I know that's a new thing that exists.
Yeah.
LA I know exists. In New York, but no, I have no.
Real
Housewives is what I got.
Final answer.
Anywhere with a beach. I feel like she's been on a lot of cruises in the Caribbean, so I'm not 100% sure on an actual location, but I would assume beach with me for over a week. Nelly. Without question, like that's an easy one. That's a good question. I have a good one in mind, but I'm trying to think of some more. If I have her on something, she'll just say listen, and then I know I got her. What are some other things you should do? What's another good one? That and Moosey. Anything about with our dog? I hear that constantly. Yeah, those two are the big ones.
Perfect.
Listen. Got her.
I can picture her saying.
Hates. I don't know if she hates any food. I might have to skip that one. I don't know if she hates any food.
What's
her
answer.
favorite?
I don't think she hates any food.
That's good.
So maybe she like puts up like I don't hate anything, and then mine's also like I don't think she dislikes anything, because she's the one who keeps putting stuff into food to see if I like it. Not that I'm picky, but I have a couple of things I'm not a fan of, and I don't. There's probably an obvious answer, but I'm gonna go with she does not have a least favorite food. Currently, right this second, probably a Kansas Jayhawk fan. But if we're talking about her entire life, I would say Cardinal fan based on everything she's told me.
Good caveat.
Because the Cardinals are not very good right now. And she now has she subscribed to she gets like an update, like an insider update on the Kansas transfer stuff. So she's been telling me all about that. I'd say that bigger than Cardinals. Man. We have not talked as much. Favorite I should know. I would say currently it's probably Donovan, because we just don't have a lot of likable guys at the moment. Oh man, I don't have an answer for that one. Damn, this is the research I should have done. I do not have. I don't See, the problem is she's more into it like we are, and it would be something obscure, like how mine's John Jay.
So if you had to guess an all time, just knowing
all
that
right,
it might not be right.
Let's grab the brain real quick. Like somebody like Melina or Freeze would be too obvious.
Yeah, talk it out.
Yeah, this is something I should have retained. We'll go with Ozzy just because he's in our basement. I'm gonna go with Ozzy Smith. I mean, I don't think that's correct. She did. On when I dropped her off at the airport about 3 or 4 months into dating or so, maybe 5 months into dating. She was making a trip to Atlanta, and she said it right before she left. She said, "You don't have to say it back," but I did. So it was a very precious story, and then I had to drive home with all of that information and spend the whole weekend with that. So actually, that was kind of nice because then I didn't have to. Not that I was worried about anything, but. Not that this comes as a shock to like really anybody, but like how deep down she really cares about everyone. Not that like I wouldn't expect it from the first, few months that we were dating, but like the further more I got into dating the years that we've had together, she really truly cares about who's closest to her. Even though she probably won't say that that's shocking, but in this day and age, it's very nice to see. Probably proposing, not just the proposal, but like everything that kind of surrounded it, with the party afterward, and because that was like the biggest. I would honestly say our engagement, just because it was the only time she's been surprised in her life to that extent, and the amount of people that I got to get together on that Tuesday evening, I feel like was probably the culmination of kind of everything I've done. Because there's a lot of things, obviously, I could say. Um, I would say the thing I love most about Erica is how open and honest she is with me, and how we are able to work together. Um, I really am happy to find a partner in Erica that aligns with the things that we do, as well as push each other. So it's nice to have a partnership more than just finding a wife. Her, that's how I feel. Glad I'm doing this now than like 5 years earlier, because you're looking for different things. But I'm very happy to find the partner I did. I mean, you can cut out that little part about like 5 years ago kind of thought, but like that's really, yes. I mean, because like in your like late 20s, you're not thinking I'm just like looking for a partner forever, and then you're really looking to align with somebody. It really,
correct, for sure.
I would assume she would say is how open and understanding I am to her, and with her concerns and issues, and not letting things truly affect me, and letting, allowing her to be her while also just being there for support and understanding. Her face. She is very beautiful. And her long blonde hair, even though it's kind of turning brunette, even though she won't say that. If we're being brutally honest, I really like her boobs. And I really like her butt. She is very beautiful throughout. I did. Well, I came up with it because we were at Amsterdam watching the U.S. play Germany in a friendly in October, like a week before we got them, and we were going through the roster of like names that would actually work, and then like we came through Yunus Musa, and then we were spitballing like what we would call him Moose, and then I want to say she probably decided on the name. But after like going through stuff, I thought it was probably one of the more fitting ones from the roster that we were going off of. She didn't want to call him Wes, which is understandable. Plenty. the things that always probably make me laugh is when she can kind of laugh at herself. I mean, outside of, she is quick-witted. Basically, like, some of those one-liners usually get me to chuckle. But, like, if she does something kind of dumb, at least she can, like, laugh at herself. And it makes me, laugh with her. Just one day?
Just one day.
Okay. There's a few good answers in this. This is actually, if this is like a thing where she has an answer and I have an answer, this is not going to be the same answer, because this is kind of niche to me. We went, right after we got engaged, we went to Texas to go to the U.S. Nations League in 24. Yes. Math. And in the middle of that, we drove down to San Antonio to watch the Spurs game. On that, this might not be the greatest day, but this is a day that I will cherish, is that on the drive back, we basically road trip from San Antonio all the way back up to Dallas. And it was just kind of so nice. It was just like very calm and very easy road trip. And, not that, it's ever like hard, any of the travel we do. All the traveling we do was great. But like even that little like day surrounded by all the stuff that was around it was very nice. Probably me. Well, yeah, probably me. I do a pretty good job now. I mean, she keeps the house tidy as well as I pick up after myself, but sometimes I'm neglectful. Current player. Not on foreign. If it's anybody, it's Yunus Musa. We named our dog after him. He's the greatest. Now, he might not be playing well right this second, but that's okay. In general, ooh. It has to be on someone on Leeds, probably. There's a couple good options. I'm gonna throw out a couple. She really likes Brennan Aronson. It does help being an American playing for Leeds. If she didn't pick Brennan Aronson, I would assume it's probably like Maynard Solomon or Tanaka on Leeds. Both came in the transfer window in the summer, and she's really liked them. She really liked Archie Gray, but then he went to Tottenham, so, kind of dead to her now. Oh, that's a good question. And she doesn't do a lot of crime. I mean, like outside of like speeding and stuff, like that's any like normal civilian. If we're gonna get funny with it, probably like disorderly conduct. Probably just being loud. And then, I mean, now I would assume that she's good at controlling her emotions. But, you never know. Disorderly conduct. Like how are we talking? Because I know you guys have different levels to.
Right, like full on. You're going out to a nice
hour
dinner. She thinks she okay.
I would assume
she would say she takes.
I would assume she thinks she takes an hour. Probably an hour, maybe an hour 15. She's usually pretty good at it. She'll go upstairs, like if we're hanging out downstairs, and like she'll go get ready. Like I kind of know in the time frame. I'd say an hour, and she's usually hour 15 maybe.
That's nice.
Yeah, she's pretty good at it.
That's great.
It's usually me that's. You ready yet? No. The best part was mailing out the invitations and designing the invitations, and now receiving the RSVPs back. I feel like outside of being engaged to me, actually, it's probably second to being. It's probably first in being engaged to me. It probably goes mail, and then being engaged to me is the top two. And then the worst part, probably just answering questions and making decisions. Like it's just a fatigue that you don't totally see from a person. I mean, she's been doing a very good job. I've been trying to help where I can, but I mean, she has to make all the decisions, and it wears on her. I would guess she probably tried on 4. I feel like she probably had an idea going in, and then there was probably a couple that she didn't like. Now, I think she did go multiple days, so I don't know. We're going to go with 4. We're going to go on the low end. Can I give 2 answers? Because obviously there's one for her, and then there's one for the party. Because they are, and the wedding is a party, but then it's also for both of us. So the best part of the wedding for me will be seeing her and taking our first initial pictures, and how that charge moment will feel will be so much. I mean, her walking down the aisle, I will feel it, obviously, but those first few moments will be very special. Now, if we're talking the wedding as a whole, I think the way that we set up our wedding is very great for how I like weddings. I like how we're kind of just free flowing. I think the day in general is going to be great. All in one venue. Dancing is going to be great. The party in general, I feel like is going to be just as good, but not as good as seeing you the first time.
Oh, perfect answer.
But man, that party's gonna be dope. Because we invited more friends than just like family around, and they're bringing their spouses, and now like everyone's like in their like 30s. Most of them people are married, and it's not like a 20-year-old's wedding.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a mix of like, yeah, we're like sophisticated, but like everyone's kind of ready to get down.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for going to Erica's bachelorette party. I know how much it means to her and how much it means to me having all of her favorite ladies around in one place. I can't imagine the fun you guys are having, and I am so thankful for every one of you. Cheers.
Yay.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Well done, Julie. Very well done.